A lot of people are trying to exit Canada and they are trying to look for beautiful and safe alternatives. So the point of this video is going to discuss why would anyone want to leave such a beautiful country like Canada, right? So third world nationals, they struggle all their life. They somehow try to either enter the US, and if they cannot make it to the US, then they obviously look at Canada. So why all of a sudden, what changed really? That now a lot of locals, Canadians, are trying to escape, and not just Canadians, but a lot of immigrants who came to Canada are trying to now quit or leave. So how come this beautiful country became so bad that you want to quit despite putting in so much of effort in coming here in the first place? I think the simple answer to that is quality of jobs are not the same anymore. The pay is not the same anymore. Inflation has gone high. So all those things really impact daily life. Apart from that, the crime levels, as well as the taxes, right? The taxes have become more and more draconian. As the country needs more in taxes, they're going to run behind its citizens. They're trying to extract, they would try to extract every dime out of your pocket. So as a result, people don't want to live here. They want to go to a convenient place. Let's say you have struggled all your life in Canada and now you're ready to take the next leap. What is the best country? I'm going to discuss two countries here from personal experience, right? So let's first talk about Barbados. A lot of Canadians traditionally have looked at Barbados as the place to go. And the reason why Barbados is so drastically different, why it's so appealing to Canadians, is because of its tax advantages. I'll get into that. But before we talk deeper about Barbados, the other country I just came back from is Dominican Republic. And Dominican Republic shines over Barbados in certain aspects. So first I'm going to discuss why Barbados is so special. Who is Barbados good for? And then there's going to be a certain segment of the population. Dominican Republic would shine. It would be more beneficial as compared to Barbados. So what are the circumstances in which you would pick one over the other? What are the unique advantages of each? So we're going to deep dive. Now first let's talk about Barbados. Barbados is more richer, right? So the expat population in Barbados is more established. People in Barbados speak good English, so that makes Barbados as a number one choice for a lot of people who don't speak Spanish or don't want to learn Spanish. Secondly, the tax advantages in Barbados are pretty interesting. There's no capital gains, inheritance, a gift. All those taxes don't exist, so that creates a great advantage for a lot of people moving from Canada, because in Canada they're slammed with these taxes. The other major benefit is, let's say you're thinking of starting a business or moving your business, let's say from Canada to an overseas location, then the corporate taxes in Barbados are pretty low. It's one of the lowest. You can start off with 9% in most cases. So it's giving you a good quality of life, a stable currency. People speak in English, so it's easy for you to do business, easy for you to navigate the bureaucracy. Let's say you're moving your business, so you have advantages over there. All in all, I think it's drastically different from Canada in terms of the stress, but in terms of the quality of life, it may be better because you have access to beautiful beaches, less struggle from the general population, right? So you're gonna be left alone for a peaceful, beautiful life in Barbados. So all those are real big advantages because of which a lot of Canadians have decided to make Barbados home. What is the entry criteria in Barbados? If you are of retirement age, then it's a straightforward residency. It's like a permanent residency. You can indefinitely keep renewing that one. And let's say you're not hit the retirement age, then you can do the SERP program, where you're purchasing your residential property. You do need a residential property in Barbados to trigger tax residency and start using some of the tax treaties. And the tax treaties between Canada and Barbados are extraordinary. There's some huge benefits for different financial instruments that it impacts. So a lot of advantages over there. And that's one of the big reasons why people consider Barbados, because of the tax treaty advantages directly between Canada and Barbados. So the SERP is a very attractive program, and I do get a lot of clients who are specifically interested in this one, because let's say you want to move your business, you want to move your life. Let's say you're moving with your wife or your girlfriend, then purchasing a property in Barbados of a certain value can get you lifelong residence. You can keep renewing this lifelong until you retire, and then eventually, of course, you have options of acquiring the nationality. You can naturalize in Barbados. This would not be for most people, but what would be for most people is the change in life, the quality of life, access to Barbados, and switching your physical residency from Canada to Barbados. Now that's the first part, right? The second one is the more cheaper, more affordable, more faster. And let's say you want access to a dual citizenship, you want the passport much sooner. You cannot wait for the lengthy time it would take in Barbados to become a citizen. Then let's discuss Dominican Republic. I just came back from there. My objective in Dominican Republic was to skip all the bubble, right? The upscale bubble. That's all good. But the real intention was to get into the interiors, on the streets of the Dominican Republic, experience what it is like. Is it a threat? Is someone going to mug you? Is someone going to be rude to you? All of that was an important criteria or my objective when I went to Dominican Republic. I dealt with immigration. I dealt with general public experience, life across different areas in Dominican Republic. One of the biggest advantages of Dominican Republic that I found was that people were helpful. Yes, they don't speak English much, but let's say you're trying to learn Spanish or you're using the Google Translate to translate things that you don't obviously follow, then they are there to take care of the rest of it. They're going to be equally helpful, right? You're trying to help yourself, but they are trying to help you. And because I was so shocked by the hospitality, by their attitude, how much they believe in helping outsiders, I actually asked them a simple question. How come you guys are so respectful and helpful towards outsiders or foreigners in general? And the response they gave was, their economy really depends upon tourism. So as they grow up, they're taught to take very good care of outsiders, because again, that's in their culture. So that's a very good thing. The moment they see you, most of the people are going to try and understand you, going to try and help you out. The second one, I think, is really the financial aspect of it, right? So Dominican Republic, interestingly, functions as a territorial tax base. So for the first 3 years, and again, this is not tax advice, but generally speaking, for the first 3 years, you have a territorial tax-based system. So what that means is that you're not worried about any transactions outside, right? So your life can continue the way it's designed to function outside. You got to obviously deal with your home country requirements. So they're going to be interested in the income that you're generating from those foreign territories. But as far as Dominican Republic is concerned, they aren't there to bother you. So there's definite immediate tax advantages. The tax rates are not exuberant as they are in the Western countries. So low tax rates. There's some unique advantages with corporations that you would set up in Dominican Republic. And I think one of the biggest differentiating factors is the excitement with the residency. A lot of people, by now, they are addicted to gaining permanent residencies. The key catchphrase is permanent. the larger catchphrase is citizenship or passport. So that's the main objective. So when you're saying that country is yours, you want to make it yours, people are there to help you out, which is in your favor. You got to put in the Spanish, learn the Spanish somewhat, right, at the functional level, so it's going to be easier for you to take advantage of the country. And third, and the most important, is that permanent residency, right? There are multiple ways that you can actually gain access to permanent residency. I have covered some of these ways in my previous videos when I was in Dominican Republic. When you start off with this immediate permanent residency to begin with, technically you could apply for citizenship after 6 months, and this really depends upon the category that you're choosing. But under normal circumstances, for most people, let's say a couple of years, which means 2 years, you wait for that time on permanent residency, and then you can file for your citizenship application. Now, mind you, this doesn't mean that they're going to come and hand you over the citizenship as soon as 2 years are over. Of course, this means you got to again collect all the documentation, submit it to them so that they can approve your citizenship, and then after they give you the approval, that's when you can apply for your passport. The passport process obviously is much faster. Now, who's the winner, right? Is it Barbados? Is it Dominican Republic? My short answer, or the summary to that, is if you have the money, get both. But if you have one choice to make and you're looking for a richer experience, starting off with English, want all the bells and whistles, you have the money to spend, you're okay with a slight expense to jurisdiction because you're saving a whole lot in taxes. So instead of paying all or blowing half your money in taxes, you know, let's say spend quarter of it in living your life, then I would definitely say Barbados is a beautiful country to enjoy. But let's say you're on a budget, you want to absolutely optimize your savings, you don't want to spend as much, you don't mind putting in a little bit of Spanish, and you are very interested in having a citizenship in the country where you're setting up shop, then there's a no-brainer. You have Dominican Republic as the second choice. Whichever one you pick, you cannot go wrong with either, in my opinion, because both places have something very unique to offer. Now, I would like to understand your perspective. Which one would you pick? Would you pick Barbados? Would you pick Dominican Republic, and why? Let me know in the comments down below. And at any point in time, you want to get started with either Barbados residency or let's say Dominican Republic, we have attorneys and tax experts in both jurisdictions. So you can always click the link, book a call. We can discuss which one is best fit in your circumstances. Let's say you're moving a business or just moving with your family. We got you covered, right? So we can discuss and get you started. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe so you're constantly updated on any new residency opportunity and any changes to any of the programs. I'll be the first one to cover that for you, so you would be notified if you're subscribed. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.